Hello, folks. Welcome back to Oahe Zap Baseball. The Zap set to take on the Spearfish Sasquatch for the second of this three-game series. I'm Evan Epstein. Want to thank you so much for tuning in. The Zap took down the Sasquatch last night by a final score of 12-11. The Zap had a 5-run lead coming into the ninth inning, but the Sasquatch stormed back with 4 of their own. A triple from Benjamin Green made it a 1-run ball game and put the game's tying run just 90 feet away with 2 men out. Lucas Creighton was removed from the ball game, and Jake Hutter came in to record the final out, locking down a 12-11 Zap win. The Zap have now won 7 in a row, 5 of which came against the Bison, 2 of which have come against the Sasquatch. Their last 3 victories have all come by just 1 run. Against the Bison, it was a Noah Wiggins walk-off single to right field, a 6-5 victory over the Sasquatch Monday, and a 12-11 victory on Wednesday. Angel Escobar will try and extend it to an 8-game winning streak for the Zap. The kid out of Saracoso has been pretty good this season. He's thrown 28 2/3 innings in 14 appearances, posting an ERA of just 2.2, 28 strikeouts against 8 walks. Let's take a look at Swaggy P's keys to the game. Key number 1, keeping it the same, continue the winning streak. 7 in a row, trying to push it to 8th. Key number 2, length from Escobar. The Zap pitching staff has just 9 pitchers only, and they have 10 games across the next 11 days. The Zap got out of Wednesday's ballgame using 3 pitchers in Garrett Bergman, Brady Glenn, Lucas Creighton, and technically 4 if you count Jake Hutter. Hutter only recording the final out of the ballgame, so the lefty will be available to come out of the pen tonight. Key number 3, a new shortstop in the lineup for the Zap. Cole Ottersberg will take the position in the middle infield as Aiden Johnson gets a night off before his start tomorrow. Will Ottersberg be able to field the position cleanly? We'll find out. Approaching 6 o'clock Central Time here at Hyde Stadium as we take a look at the game time weather forecast. 89 degrees and sunny, the wind blowing 13 miles an hour out toward right field. It'll be dropping down into the low 80s by the end of the ball game. Should be a warm one throughout here at Hyde Stadium. The fans slowly beginning to filter in as we get ready for Oahe Zap Baseball. We'll step aside as lineups are about to be announced here at Hyde Stadium. When we come back, first pitch of Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube. Stay tuned.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year.
Angel Escobar on the mound for the Oahe Zap as the Zap are in search of their 8th straight victory. They're going to take on the Spearfish Sasquatch in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Escobar this season in 14 appearances has gone 28 and 2/3 innings, posting a 3-1 record, a 2.2 ERA, a fantastic strikeout to walk ratio at 28 strikeouts and just 8 walks. Let's take a look at the Spearfish Sasquatch lineup for this evening. Leading off at second base, it's Ryan Bachman. Batting second at shortstop, Matthew Gonzalez. Batting third out in left field, Patrick Rakes. Cleaning up in right, Javier Marcial. Nolan Ackerman takes over the catcher's duties tonight. He bats fifth. DHing batting sixth, Lane Syme. Chase Scott takes the place of Kyle Finn at first. He'll bat seventh. Daniel Cook at the hot corner. He was 2 for 4 last night, made a crucial error at third, looking to redeem himself here tonight. Micah Wallet bats ninth. He's out in center field, and it'll be Cade Bleeker pitching for the Sasquatch as we are about ready to get underway. Ryan Bachman, the leadoff hitter for the Sasquatch, carrying a 22-game hitting streak into this one. Will I still be good to broadcast? Bachman last night was 2 for 5 at the plate. A crucial double coming in the ninth inning that drove in a run. Made it a 12-10 ball game. It was followed up by a Benjamin Green triple, which cut the deficit to just 1 before Jake Hutter would come in to shut things down as he forced Seth Nelson to pop up into foul territory, and Jackson Mix caught the fly ball to end the ball game. Angel Escobar out of Saracoso. His head coach at Saracoso, Justice Scott, the manager for the Sasquatch, is the third base coach tonight. The count's now 0-1 on Ryan Bachman. Escobar on about an 85 pitch count limit set by his Saracoso coach. 0-1 hits sky high toward the first base line. Palizzi drifts into foul territory and makes the play over his shoulder. A nice over-the-shoulder catch for Vince Palizzi as he was nearing the Zap bullpen down there in right field. Retires Ryan Bachman for the first out of this ball game. That's a tough play for Palizzi. It's a really difficult angle to try and attack that baseball from as he's running straight back, fighting the sun, as Gonzalez steps in and takes down in the dirt 1-0. Let's take a look at the Oahe Zap in the field. It's Noah Wiggins in left, Emiliano Curiel in center, Trey Martin out in right field. Only about his third or fourth start in the outfield this season. Check swing and a shot into foul territory down the right side. Matthew Gonzalez almost with a little oops, excuse me, double right there, but it landed about a foot to the right of the right field line. The count evens up 1-1. In the infield, Jackson Mix at third. Cole Ottersberg makes his first start at short as Escobar fires the fastball in for a strike 1-2. Tyler Hoffman returns to the infield at second and Vince Palizzi at first. It's Mason Lang behind the dish. Escobar's 1-2 on the way. Fastball misses a little off the outside corner, 2-2. Home plate umpire Sean Johnston was up in the press box before the game, and he said that the 2-inch buffer room that they give to NCAA athletes, he will give to pitchers here tonight as the 2-2 pitch is grounded foul down the left side. Count remains 2-2, so expect a big zone from Johnston here tonight. Matthew Gonzalez hitting just .234 coming into this ball game. The 2-2 breaking ball chopped on the ground toward first, stays fair, fielded by Palizzi. He'll take it himself for the second out of the inning. That brings up Patrick Rakes. Rakes got the day off yesterday after struggling on Monday. On Monday, he was 0 for 5 at the plate with a couple of punch-outs. This is Escobar's 5th time facing the Sasquatch this summer, a team that knows Escobar very well. Escobar misses up and away with the heater 1-0. In those 4 appearances, he's gone 6 1/3 innings, posting an 0-1 record. He's given up 12 hits, 11 runs, however, just 6 of those earned as Rakes fouls that one down the left side, 1-1. Escobar sports an ERA of just over 2 this season. However, 6 out of his 7 earned runs came in one appearance on June 20th as Patrick Rakes takes that pitch for a strike. Count runs to 1-2. The 1-2 breaking ball is grounded foul down the right side. Escobar was doing some calculations. If you remove that one outing in Spearfish in which he gave up 6 earned runs, his ERA this season would be below .3. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, just misses off the outside corner. Escobar had taken a couple of steps back toward the Zap dugout. Thought he had struck out Patrick Rakes. Instead, the count evens up 2-2. That one misses down in the dirt, and the count runs full. Rakes hitting .333 this season. He's driven in 24 runs. Full count, no one on base, 2 men out here in the top of the first inning. Pitch from Escobar is hit well in the air right field, but that one's going to head for foul territory. Patrick Rakes well ahead of the breaking ball from Escobar. Looked like he was trying to go to the backdoor slider, but hung it over the plate. Escobar got away with that one. So the count will remain full, 3-2, 2 men out. Here's the payoff pitch. Caught on and missed. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped off the end of the bat of Patrick Rakes, and Mason Lang was unable to squeeze it home. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Patrick Rakes. Here it is. Inside, and Patrick Rakes works an 8-pitch walk. A very nice at-bat for the lefty. As the Sasquatch now with a 2-out base runner. That'll bring up Javier Marcial. Marcial pinch hit yesterday in the 9th, had a base hit, drove in a run. As he's now hitting .242 on the season. Escobar's first pitch, fastball called for a strike, 0-1. Escobar does a great job in finding the strike zone with the first pitch. 66% of his first pitches have gone for strikes this summer. Now the 0-1. Check swing from Marcial. He definitely went around on that one, and the count is now 0-2. Escobar comes out of the crouch. Now comes home, 0-2. Popped up. That one's going to head out of play. The count remains 0-2. Patrick Rakes has speed off first. 3 for 3 on his stolen base attempts this season. He came in to pinch run in the 9th last night. As that ball is popped up foul territory, Lang from behind the plate settles under it and makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Great job by Mason Lang to throw off the mask and race over toward the backstop to make the play. No hits, a walk, and 1 man left in the top of the first inning. A scoreless ball game as we head to the bottom of the first. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Here, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This
Escobar threw a scoreless first inning as we are now in the bottom half of the first. Cade Bleeker on the mound for the Sasquatch tonight. Bleeker in 11 appearances this season. He's started 8 games, and he's done well, posting a 4-0 record, a 2.58 ERA, 23 strikeouts against 13 walks. As we take a look at the Zap lineup here this evening. Leading off out in left field, Noah Wiggins batting second at second base. Tyler Hoffman, Garen Gledhill moves from catcher to DH tonight. He bats third. Vince Polizzi cleaning up at first. Mason Lang bats fifth behind the plate. At shortstop, Cole Ottersberg bats sixth. His teammate from Kentucky Christian, Trey Martin, bats seventh. Emiliano Curiel in center field hits eighth. And Jackson Mix at the hot corner rounds out the lineup for the Zap tonight. The Zap have been red hot at the plate over their 7-game winning streak. As a team, they have hit .324 during that span. And they have gotten on a base at a clip of .436 throughout these past 7 ball games. Wiggins digs in to lead off this ball game. Yesterday, he was 1 for 3 with a walk, scored 2 runs. Bleeker's first pitch off the end of the bat. Wiggins going to be a tough play from shortstop for Coleman. Fields fires to first in time.
Now brings up your second baseman, number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
A nice play, especially on the transfer from the Sasquatch shortstop. When he's moving over towards second base like that, a lot of times the baseball gets lost between the glove and the hand. But a clean transfer to get Noah Wiggins at first as we take a look at the Sasquatch defense here tonight. Patrick Rakes out in left field, Michael Wallett in center, Javier Marcial in right. Bleeker's first pitch, broken bat from Hoffman, chopper to short, Gonzalez to first in time to get Hoffman. A couple of quick outs for Cade Bleeker and the Sasquatch. Now looking at the infield, it's Daniel Cook at third, Matthew Gonzalez at short, Ryan Bachman at second, Chase Scott at first, Nolan Ackerman behind the plate, Lane Syme DHs for the Sasquatch as Garen Gledhill digs in. Gledhill takes the first pitch fastball outside 1-0. Gledhill normally wearing number 19, wearing number 17 here in the red, white, and blue Oahe jerseys this evening. Bleeker out of the windups, 1-0 pitch, called for a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Cade Bleeker got the first 2 outs in just 2 pitches. Gledhill takes another strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Gledhill yesterday, a double in the first that drove in a run. He would come around to score. He was 1 for 5 at the plate, now hitting .231 this summer. The 1-2 misses outside from Bleeker, 2-2. Second, charging in is Bachman, fires across his body to get Garen Gledhill. Cade Bleeker and the Spearfish Sasquatch work a 1-2-3 first inning, and the game remains scoreless as we head to the second. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter, a proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events.
A scoreless ball game as we enter the top of the second inning. Let's take a look at Swaggy P's keys to the game. Key number 1, continue the win streak. The Zap on a 7-game streak, trying to extend that to 8 here tonight. Get some length from Angel Escobar. The Zap only 9 pitchers on the staff, 3 of which went for extended innings last night. So going to try and minimize the duress on the bullpen. A new shortstop as Cole Ottersberg making his first start at the shortstop position tonight, filling in for Aiden Johnson, who gets the off day before his start tomorrow. The 5-hitter Nolan Ackerman leads it off in the top of the second inning. Ackerman has played in just 10 ball games this season. He's recorded a hit in each and every one of them, and he takes the first pitch a little bit below the zone, 1-0. Ackerman hitting .486 this season. In just 43 plate appearances, he's belted 2 home runs. Hits that one on the ground towards third, takes a hop up on Mix as he fires across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Both starting pitchers seem to be in cruise control to this point. Angel Escobar got out of the top of the first facing just 4 hitters. Patrick Rakes worked an 8-pitch walk. But Escobar got Javier Marcial to pop up behind the plate to end the inning. On the other side, Cade Bleeker worked a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Foul ball off the bat of Lane Syme. Syme struggling as of late. He's 2 for his last 14 at the plate. His average down to .259 this summer. Escobar deals the 0-1 pitch. Fastball popped up, shallow left field. Going back from shortstop is Ottersberg. Now drifts back into the infield dirt and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Ottersberg battling the sun in the middle infield there. He almost stumbled as he was coming from the outfield grass to the infield dirt, but kept his eyes on the baseball to make the play for the second out. First pitch swinging is Chase Scott, who fouls that one off, 0-1. Scott's first game for the Sasquatch was on July 8th. He's had just 19 plate appearances. He's 5 for 18 at the plate and takes the 0-1 pitch for a strike, 0-2. Every one of his at-bats have come against the Bison, who have just 3 pitchers on their staff, so definitely some hittable pitchers on the Bison. 0-2 pitch is fouled off the very end of the bat of Chase Scott. In those 19 plate appearances, he's driven in 3 runs, and he has scored 5 times. 0-2, 2 outs, no one on. Escobar in search of a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball is chopped foul. Scott stays alive. Definitely not the fireworks we had to start yesterday's ball game. The Sasquatch got out to a quick 1-0 lead, but the Zap stormed back with a couple runs in the bottom of the first and followed it up with a 4 spot in the second. The Sasquatch would tie the ball game up at 6 in the third. That one popped up. Hoffman at second base makes the play, and Escobar works through a 1-2-3 top of the second inning. Escobar continues to cruise on the mound as we head to the bottom of the second, scoreless ball game. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Vince Polizzi steps in here in the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 for the Oahe Zap after Cade Bleeker worked a 1-2-3 first. Bleeker's first pitch drops in on the inside corner. Looked like a front door slider there from Bleeker. The count's 0-1. Polizzi holds up on that one as the count evens 1-1. Vince Polizzi back on Monday was 1 for 3 at the plate with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. 1-1 curveball misses upstairs, 2-1. Vince Polizzi is 6 for 18 over his past 5 ball games. That's gotten his batting average back up to .290 this summer. Bleeker out of the windup comes home with the 2-1 and misses inside 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch down in the dirt, and Vince Polizzi works a walk. First base runner of the ball game for the Zap comes in the bottom of the second inning. The leadoff man aboard for the Zap. In steps Mason Lang. Lang had the day off yesterday, was 0 for 3 on Monday. Polizzi a short lead off first. Bleeker now out of the stretch as Lang waves through that one, 0-1. Bleeker looking in for a sign, now comes set. Polizzi a relatively big lead off first as Lang fouls off the breaking ball toward the Zap dugout and falls behind 0-2 in the count on Cade Bleeker. Bleeker took just 6 pitches to get through the first inning. Mason Lang, a long ball on June 30th, has 1 home run this summer. Swings through that one, and Mason Lang strikes out on 3 pitches. Now 1 out in the bottom of the second inning.
Number 16, Cole Ottersberg.
Cole Ottersberg has been hitting well at the plate over this 7-game winning streak for the Oahe Zap. He is 6 for 12 at the plate. That includes an RBI triple in the 6th inning last night. Vince Polizzi, the first base runner of the game for the Zap here in the bottom of the second inning. Ottersberg, first pitch swinging, lifts it in the air, right field, playable for Marcial, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
That brings up your right fielder, number 20, Trey Martin.
2 men out and a runner on first for Trey Martin. Martin's last ball game was on July 12th, a multi-hit game for Martin as he was 2 for 2 with a walk and a run. He came into that ball game for Buck Snabs after his injury and played short. Martin takes called inside 1-0. Martin has struggled at the plate this summer. He is hitting just .083 at the plate. 1-0 misses down in the dirt, 2-0. Emiliano Curiel sits on deck. Jackson Mix in the hole. The 1-0 from Bleeker upstairs, 2-0. Polizzi stands off first. The pitch. That misses, and a 4-pitch walk to Trey Martin. Cade Bleeker losing the strike zone on Trey Martin. Puts runners on first and second with 2 men out for Emiliano Curiel. Curiel batting .419 with runners in scoring position, and he's driven in 7 runs with 2 men out this season. An opportunity here to try and give the Zap an early lead in the bottom of the second inning. Bleeker comes home with the pitch. Ground ball toward third base, going to go into foul territory. Counts 0-1 on Emiliano Curiel. Bleeker looks in for a sign, now comes set. The 0-1 pitch is hit well but fouled over the right side, 0-2. Curiel at the plate last night was 0 for 3 with a walk. He did drive in a run on a ground ball towards second base. He scored twice as he reached on an error. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball hit on the ground towards second, fielded cleanly by Bachman, who fires to first for the third out of the inning. So 1 hit and 2 men left for the Zap as it's a scoreless ball game through 2 innings of play. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great...
A scoreless ball game entering the top of the third inning between the Oahe Zap and the Spearfish Sasquatch. Let's take a look at the Independence League standings brought to you by Red Rosa. The Casper Spuds remain out in first place, an 11-2 conference record this summer. The Fremont Moose sit in second at 4-3. The Sodbusters struggling as of late. They've dropped to 7-9 in conference. The Sasquatch 1-4. Zap 2-6 in conference, but 9-6 overall on the second half of the season. As I'm sure I've mentioned it about 1,000 times, the Zap carrying a 7-game winning streak into this ball game. This is game 2 of a 3-game series against the Sasquatch. The Zap will then travel to Spearfish on Saturday for 1 game there. Strike 1 on Daniel Cook. Before the Zap return home for 3 against Hastings and 1 against Fremont. Escobar's 0-1 is popped up foul territory, 0-2. Daniel Cook, a nice night at the plate yesterday. 2 for 4, drove in a run and scored twice. Cook is 11 for his last 22 at the plate. Escobar's 0-2, hit on the ground toward third. Jackson Mix gloves it, fires to first, pulls Polizzi off the bag. Can he apply the tag? Yes, he can, says the field umpire, Corey Baker. Baker might not have had the best angle. From up here, you had a very clear look at the tag and the runner, and it didn't look like Polizzi tagged the runner out. Daniel Cook is standing off first. He thinks he's in safely. Baker called him out, the field umpire, from first. It did look from up here in the press box that Polizzi missed the tag. Now the Sasquatch manager, Justice Scott, is out to argue this call. Home plate umpire Sean Johnston will convene with field umpire Corey Baker as they will try and figure this one out. Polizzi most certainly missed the tag. Baker didn't have the angle as he was behind the first base bag. Can't really see the tag applied from there. We'll see if they overturn this call or whether or not it stands. An extended conversation between Baker and Johnston. Home plate umpire Sean Johnston would have had a much better look of it from behind the plate. Oh, they're still talking out there in the fields. Have they come to a decision? Out is the call. The play stands. And Daniel Cook is going to have to return to the dugout. Cook most certainly thought he was safe. I think Polizzi was also a little bit surprised at the call down there at first. But nonetheless, the leadoff man retired here in the top of the third inning. No complaints from Angel Escobar. Escobar drops a first pitch slider in there for a strike. No complaints from Jackson Mix either, who might have picked up an error on the play had he been safe. Just outside. Count evens up 1-1 on Micah Wallette. Wallette yesterday was 2 for 5 at the plate with a double, scored 3 runs. Skies that one in the air, center field. Curiel tracking that ball, fighting the sun, makes the play for the second out of the inning. Angel Escobar has made his way through the order once now against the Sasquatch and retired 8 of the 9 hitters he faced. That brings up Ryan Bachman with 2 men out and no one on in the top of the third. Bachman popped up to first base in foul territory. First pitch swinging at that one. Another pop-up, a sky high, as Tyler Hoffman makes the play in shallow right field. Angel Escobar, his second straight 1-2-3 inning, and we are flying through this ball game. It's 0-0 going to the bottom of the third. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Price? Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live.
Jackson Mix leads it off for the Zap in the bottom of the third inning. The Zap had 2 base runners in the second, a base hit from Vince Polizzi and a walk from Trey Martin. But both runners were left on base as Emiliano Curiel grounded out to second base. 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the third inning for the Zap. Cade Bleeker has thrown just 23 pitches through his first 2 innings of work. Angel Escobar just 37 through his first 3. He is on an 85 pitch count limit, and his Saracoso coach, who has that limit in place, is managing the Sasquatch tonight. Mix swings through the first pitch fastball 0-1. And that's an interesting dynamic for Escobar to pitch against his coach at Saracoso. And it is his coach who has his pitch count in place for Escobar, who's on the opposing team, as Bleeker gets out ahead 0-2 in the count. Jackson Mix 1 for 4 at the plate last night, drove in a run, scored a run. He's hitting .244 this season. The 0-2 heater misses well up and away, 1-2. Bleeker out of the windup with the 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards short. Coming in and gloving the ball is Gonzalez. Had a little bit of trouble firing to first. It was initially dropped by Chase Scott, but Jackson Mix still called out at first. Perhaps they'll say that Chase Scott dropped the baseball on the transfer. Noah Wiggins steps into the plate for the second at-bat of his evening. Wiggins grounded out to short in the first. Wiggins takes that one low and away, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch down in the dirt goes through the legs of Ackerman. Counts 2-0. Noah Wiggins over the course of the seven-game winning streak for the Zap has been hitting .417 at the plate, and he's got an on base at a clip of .548. Over that stretch, he's driven in 8 runs and scored 9, including, of course, his walk-off single against the Bison. Hits that one hard down the third base line over the head of Daniel Cook at third. Wiggins takes a big turn around first, but he'll retreat quickly. A one-out single for Noah Wiggins.
Number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
The second hit of the ballgame for the Zap brings up Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman grounded out to short in his first at-bat, walking up to the Bad Boys theme song. Bleeker looks in for a sign, now checks the runner at first. Wiggins, 5 stolen bases this season as Bleeker misses upstairs 1-0. He has been caught stealing 3 times. Cade Bleeker has a quick delivery, as opponents have only stolen successfully 50% of the time against Bleeker. That one gets away from Ackerman. That'll let Wiggins cruise on into second. Now a base runner in scoring position for Tyler Hoffman and the Zap. Hoffman hitting .325 coming into this ball game. It's going to go down slightly after his ground ball to short in the first. The 2-0 pitch is hit well on the ground through the left side, a base hit. Wiggins got a late jump on the ball. Wasn't sure if it was going to go through the left side of the infield, so he's going to stop at third. Runners on the corners with 1 out for the Zap. Well, Tyler Hoffman may have rolled over on the curveball from Cade Bleeker, but the ground ball found the right part of the infield, right between Daniel Cook at third and Matthew Gonzalez at short. The Zap threatening for the first time all ball game. Pitch to Gledhill, misses up and away, 1-0. Gledhill a ground out to second in the first. The first time all ball game that either team has gotten a base runner to third base. Hoffman has 6 stolen bases this season. He initially took off on the pitch, but then quickly retreated after Gledhill swung through. It counts 1-1. And this is a spot in which the Zap like to be aggressive on the base paths. Runner on first and third. If Wiggins gets a big secondary lead, maybe he comes home on the throw down from Nolan Ackerman. 1-1 misses up and away, 2-1. Hoffman staying put on that pitch. The Zap have seen Ackerman throw out a couple of base runners throughout this season. He's got a cannon from behind the plate. The infield remains back with runners on first and third. Sasquatch will try and turn 2. 2-1. Bleeker went to the curveball and missed outside, 3-1. Gledhill 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position this season. Bleeker deals the 3-1. Runner goes. The pitch fouled off from Gledhill. Hoffman's going to have to return back to first. Hoffman had a great jump on the pitch. He would have been safe at second, but Gledhill getting aggressive in the 3-1 count. We'll see if Hoffman's running again on the pitch. The count now full with one man out. And Bleeker checks on the runner at first, not in time. Hoffman had taken a step towards second base. He was going to be running on the pitch, but he very quickly dived back and got around the tag of Chase Scott. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bleeker try another pickoff attempt after that one. Hoffman goes on the pitch. Gledhill fouls it off once again. And that one appeared to have caught a car out in Capitol Avenue. Runners on the corners. Pitch number 8 coming here to Garen Gledhill. Bleeker checks on the runner. Buck Snabs up here in the press box predicting a fastball low and in after a couple of sliders from Bleeker.
You're the batter. What do you think here? Here we go. Call me out again. Well, you're the batter. What's he throwing? Well, I'm on righty. I'm thinking slide. What do you tell?
3-2, 1 out. Runners on the corners. Bleeker laboring here against Gledhill. The pitch, that one misses low, and Gledhill works a walk to load the bases with one man out. Well, Buck Snabs, he called it a low fastball, but a little bit too low below the knees of Garen Gledhill, who now stands off first. It's Wiggins on third, Hoffman on second, Gledhill on first for Vince Polizzi with no one out. No runs in on either side in this ball game. The Zap looking to break through here in the bottom of the third inning. Bleeker returns to the windup here with the bases loaded. His first pitch to Polizzi is a breaking ball. Polizzi out ahead of that one, fouls it off the end of the bat, counts 0-1. Polizzi's driven in 25 runs this season, leads the team. The 0-1 pitch, Polizzi takes upstairs 1-1. Vince Polizzi, 6 home runs this season, 4 of which came on June 5th and 6th. And he had 2 homers the first week of the season. Bleeker's 1-1. Polizzi takes the fastball right on the knees, called for a strike 1-2. Polizzi's got to put a ball in play here with just one man out and the bases loaded. The first baseman comes in for the Sasquatch, and Polizzi takes high 2-2. Bleeker has struck out just 1 in this ballgame so far. He got Mason Lang to go down swinging in the second. Lang stands on deck. The 2-2. Polizzi drives that one out towards center field. Racing over to his left is Wallette. That's going to drop and roll to the wall. Wiggins scores. Hoffman scores. Gledhill's being waved around third. Here's the throw from Gonzalez. It's cut off in front of the plate from Nolan Ackerman. A bases clearing double from Vince Polizzi gives the Oahe Zap a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning.
That brings up your catcher, number 26, Mason Lang.
A hard hit ball off the bat of Polizzi. Micah Wallette was playing almost out in right center field and didn't look like he was positioned well on that baseball as it dropped just in front of the warning track and went to the wall. Lang fouls that one off, counts 0-1. Zap lead the Sasquatch 3-0 now with one out in the bottom of the third inning. Polizzi got a fastball middle from Cade Bleeker. and just shot it out towards center field. And Wallette was unable to get to the baseball. All 3 runs coming around to score. Lang drives that one down the first base line, but foul. 0-2. Garrett Bergman coaching third for the Oahe Zap. No hesitation in sending home Garen Gledhill. It looked like the relay throw might have had a chance from shallow center field. Gonzalez firing home, but Ackerman cutting the ball off in front of home plate. Mason Lang under that baseball, foul territory left side. Running out of room is Daniel Cook as he went through the left field wall and out of play. Oh, 0-2, 1 out. Lang a strikeout victim in the second. Got a runner on second in Polizzi. Bleeker's pitch is fouled off. Lang stays alive. Vince Polizzi now 2 for 2 on the ballgame, a single and a double with 3 RBIs. Halfway to the cycle, but one might say that he's done the easy parts with a single and a double. Bleeker's 0-2. That one misses high, 1-2. There has not been a home run here at Hyde Stadium since June 30th when Mason Lang went deep over the right field wall. Lang takes outside and the count evens up 2-2. Cade Bleeker had gotten through the first 2 innings cleanly, stranded 2 in the second, but he's given up 3 in the third. Lang rips that one up the middle, a base hit. Polizzi's being waved around by Bergman. The throw coming in from Wallette in center field. The tag from Wallette is not in time as Polizzi slides around the tag. RBI single from Mason Lang extends the Zap lead to 4-0. Lang's 10th RBI of the season. Vince Polizzi now with 28 RBIs after the bases clearing double. That's going to bring out Ackerman to try and calm down his pitcher. 4 runs in the bottom of the third, only 1 out for Cade Bleeker and the Sasquatch. Mason Lang, the runner on first. Cole Ottersberg set to dig in. Ottersberg flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Haberger coaching first, whispers something in the ear of Mason Lang. The pitch. Slider drops in on the inside corner, 0-1. Bleeker comes set. Now comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Ottersberg ahead of the breaking ball. Fouls it off. The count's 0-2. No one warming up for the Sasquatch just yet. Manager Justice Scott trying to ride with Cade Bleeker, at least for now. Bleeker's given up 4 runs on 4 hits and a walk this inning as he misses upstairs 1-2. One and two, the count on Ottersberg. Runner on first, 1 man out here. Zap lead 4-0. Ottersberg skies that one in the air, right field. Marcial under it, makes the play pretty nonchalantly out there in right as Lang retreats to first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning as Trey Martin steps in. Cade Bleeker had retired the first man of the inning, but after that gave up 5 straight base runners singles from Noah Wiggins and Tyler Hoffman, then a walk to Garen Gledhill, a bases clearing double from Vince Polizzi, and an RBI single from Mason Lang has given the Zap a 4-0 lead. Martin takes that one upstairs. The count's 1-0. Martin, did that one clip him? No, it did not, but the ball gets by Ackerman, and Hoffman heads down to second. The count's 2-0 on Trey Martin. Martin worked a walk back in the second inning. That was his 8th walk of the season in just 46 plate appearances. Now looking for his 9th in a 2-0 count. Martin, a wave and a miss at that one. Perhaps thought a little bit too late as he tried to hold up. The fastball might have been a little bit above the zone, but it might have been called for a strike. That one off the hands of Martin, out of play, 2-2. Two-two the count, runner on second with 2 men out. Bleeker's pitch, a fastball, misses inside, and the count runs full on Trey Martin. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards short, should be playable for Gonzalez. Gonzalez gloves it and fires to first for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Oahe Zap score 4 runs on 4 hits and a walk, 1 man left. After 3 innings of play, the Zap lead the Sasquatch 3-0. How's it going?
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live?
Your mic's all
How about
turned on,
getting
so
your
just-
own personal career coach?
The Zap lead 4-0 as we enter the top of the 4th inning. And I am joined by Jenny Kelly, the clinic manager of Sanford Health. Sanford Health, the sponsor of today's ball game. Jenny, thanks for joining me on the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Well, just to start off, so what is the mission of Sanford Health?
Basically, it's just to take care of people, to be there for people when they're needing things, they're needing our help, to give them the care that they need and the best care that they need.
Matthew Gonzalez will lead things off here for the Sasquatch in the top of the 4th inning. Angel Escobar's retired 9 of the first 10 hitters that he's faced. And so what differentiates Sanford as a healthcare provider to rural areas here in South Dakota?
Well, just talking specifically, even having the clinic in Pierre, we don't have access to all of the big ticket things that we would need and have it just at the snap of our fingers, so people do have to travel. But we do everything we can, telemedicines, outreach, physicians that come out to help get care at home here in Pierre so that they're bringing it out to the rural areas.
Gotcha. Counts now 0-2 on Matthew Gonzalez. And so we hope that everyone's been enjoying the ball game out here at Hyde Stadium. Escobar's 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Matthew Gonzalez goes down on 3 straight pitches. The first out of the inning for Escobar, and the Zap brings up Patrick Rakes. And so how does Sanford give back to the community?
With if we can donate our time, our resources where we can, as far as like money to the YMCA projects, other fundraisers that are happening to go on, and giving donations to that so that they can run those.
Absolutely. As the count's now 0-1 on Patrick Rakes. It's always interesting having people up here on the call, because you're trying to half call the game, trying to half have a conversation here about Sanford Health, as Escobar's pitch misses a little outside. 1-1 the count now on Patrick Rakes. Now the 1-1 pitch misses a little outside, 2-1. And so why has Sanford Health continued to support the Oahe Zap?
It's a family event. The people that have come in tonight, that have been coming regularly, tell us how much they enjoy it, and it's just, it's something fun, cheap to do. It's not, and they just really love it, and they keep coming back.
Yeah, it's definitely built for the families here at Hyde Stadium, as the 2-2 pitch hit on the ground towards second. Hoffman Fields fires to first for the second out of the inning. Angel Escobar is in cruise control on the mound here on this lovely Thursday evening. And yeah, we hear about, I think the number was 30% of everyone in attendance is kids, and it's just so great that the kids are having a good time at the ballpark.
They are.
Well, that brings up Javier Marcial. Angel Escobar looking for his third straight 1-2-3 inning, as his first pitch called for a strike right on the knees of Marcial. Count goes 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch is hit well out toward left field. Diving in left is Noah Wiggins. Did he make the play? Yes, he did. What a play by Noah Wiggins. Diving out Superman mode in left field to record the third out of the top of the fourth inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Angel Escobar, and the Zap lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Well, Jenny, I want to thank you so much for joining me for the top of the fourth.
Thank you for having us here, and we've been having a ball tonight, so we appreciate it, and keep doing the good job.
All right. Well, once again, thank you for coming on, and a big thank you to Sanford Health for sponsoring today's game. A heck of a play from Noah Wiggins out in left field, laying out to record the third out of the inning. Zap lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program, because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce, and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. VWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program, because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week.
Emiliano Curiel leads off the bottom of the fourth inning. Noah Wiggins, what a play out in left field. That ball was sinking quickly off the bat of Javier Marcial, but Wiggins got to the baseball to make the play. First pitch heater misses upstairs from Bleecker. The count's now 1-0 on Emiliano Curiel. Curiel, the lone batter who did not make a plate appearance in the third, as the Zap had 8 hitters come to the plate that inning. Curiel pulls back on the bunt attempt after the pitch misses outside. Counts now 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, high once again, and Emiliano Curiel quickly finds himself in a 3-0 count. Curiel a ground out to second back in the second inning. Bleeker's 3-0 fastball called for a strike, 3-1. Bleeker falling off the mound a little bit on that pitch. Not sure if he's having trouble with his footing as he comes home with the baseball. The 3-1. Hit on the ground towards short. Charging in is Gonzalez. Fires across his body in time. Matthew Gonzalez has been very impressive at the shortstop position tonight for the Sasquatch, as there's one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So that'll bring up Jackson Mix. Mix a ground out to short last inning to lead off the third.
All I have is a newspaper clipping. Our pitcher, play.
Pitch from Bleeker on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. The home plate umpire, Sean Johnston, stopping up here in the press box, asking for a little shout out to the Premier Sports Officials Association, the PSOA, as Mix hits that one on the ground toward third, backhanded by Cook, but the throw is well in front of Scott at first, and the throw gets by. Jackson Mix heads down towards second. Daniel Cook had an error last night, now has an error tonight. It looked to be a routine ground ball and should have been a routine throw, but Cook spiked it out in front of first base. Not much of a chance for Chase Scott to try and pick that baseball, as it was in the infield's grasp before it got to him. It'll go down as an E5. Mix stands off second. And so the home plate umpire, Sean Johnston, asking, so the Premier Sports Officials Association, if anyone at home would like to reach out and perhaps inquire about umpiring. Apparently there is an umpire shortage, as Wiggins fouls that one off, counts 0-1. You can reach out to them at psoa@premiersportsofficials.com. That is psoa@premiersportsofficials.com. A runner on second now with one man out. The count's 0-1 on Noah Wiggins. Daniel Cook errors in back-to-back ball games at third base for the Sasquatch. The 0-1 from Bleeker, a chase and a miss there from Noah Wiggins. That pitch was low and away. The slider breaking off the plate, and Wiggins chased at that one, counts 0-2. Gonzalez shading behind Mix at short. Bleeker's 0-2 pitch. Check swing from Noah Wiggins, called for strike three. Cade Bleeker drops in the curveball. Buck Snabs has been on fire calling the pitches up here in the press box. Right before that one, he said curveball low. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it was low, but it was definitely a curveball from Cade Bleeker to punch out Noah Wiggins at the plate. Tyler Hoffman's 1 for 2 on the day, a base hit back in the third. Zap a 4 spot in the bottom of the third inning. They lead 4-0 as Bleeker steps off, was trying to check on Jackson Mix at second, but none of his fielders were holding Mix on.
Cole Creeper warming up for the old Sasquatch.
Bleeker comes home with the pitch. Hoffman takes high, 1-0. The Zap as a team, over the course of this 7-game win streak, have hit .339 with runners in scoring position. Hoffman hits that one in the air, shallow right field. That drops a base hit. Jackson Mix coming home. He will score. Zap hitting with runners in scoring position continues as Tyler Hoffman brings home Jackson Mix, and the Zap lead is 5-0. Hitting with runners in scoring position was one of the main problems for the Oahe Zap over the course of the first couple weeks of the season, but they have turned that around, especially during this winning streak. It was 339 coming into this ball game, but it is sure to have gone up tonight as Gledhill takes outside 1-0. Polizzi, a double with runners in scoring position in the third. Mason Lang, a base hit with a runner in scoring position. Gledhill takes low and in, counts 2-0. Garen Gledhill worked a walk in the third, a ground out to second in the first. Action up in the Sasquatch bullpen down in left field. The 2-0 pitch. Gledhill rips that one into right field, going back Marcial, and it's over his head, and one hops to the wall. Gledhill digging for two, no one covering the bag. Tyler Hoffman will be held up at third. A two-out double for Garen Gledhill puts runners on second and third with two men out. That ball was rocketed off the bat of Gledhill. It was only a couple of feet over the head of Marcial, but he had almost no reaction time as it one hop to the wall. This might do it for Cade Bleeker as Sasquatch manager Justice Scott comes out. A relief pitcher coming into the ball game. The Zap with one run in here in the bottom of the fourth. They lead 5-0. Runners on second and third, two men out. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price.
Cole Krieber comes into the ballgame for the Sasquatch. Krieber electing not to take any warm-up pitches. Runners on second and third for Vince Polizzi with two men out as Krieber misses upstairs 1-0. Oh, and it looks like Cade Bleeker stayed in the ballgame. Krieber was coming in from left field and had come into the infield, but Bleeker stays in as the 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Count evens 1-1. A little bit of confusion up here in the press box. Zap lead 5-0. Runners on second and third, 1-1 count with two men out for Vince Polizzi as Cade Bleeker will try and work through the bottom of the fourth inning. The 1-1 pitch. Polizzi takes the breaking ball on the outside corner, 1-2. Polizzi, a single in the second, a bases clearing double in the third. The 1-2, curveball drops in on the outside corner for strike three. And Vince Polizzi goes down looking. Well, the Zap one run on an error and two hits, two-man left. Zap lead 5-0 as we head to the fifth. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new
We enter the top of the 5th inning. A lot of noise from the fans as it appears we might be giving out a beer bucket here at Hyde Stadium to whoever's making the most noise. And so some of the players out here to try and determine who to give it to. Caden Shivers and Brady Glenn have selected their winners. Angel Escobar has given up just one base runner in 4 innings of work, a walk in the first inning to Patrick Rakes. It's taken him 47 pitches to get through his first 4 innings. He faces Nolan Ackerman to lead off the 5th and misses upstairs 1-0. Ackerman a ground out to third in the 2nd. Escobar's 1-0 pitch. Fastball right on the knees of Ackerman. The count evens up 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch misses low, 2-1. Ackerman, in just 44 plate appearances this summer, has 2 long balls. As he fouls off the 2-1 pitch, the count evens up 2-2. Sounded like that one hit just to the left of us here in the press box. The Sasquatch still in search of their first hit of the ball game. Escobar comes home with the 2-2 pitch. A soft tapper towards short, going to be a tough play for Ottersberg, and it goes under his glove. Cole Ottersberg had looked up, was already thinking about the throw to first, and that ball dribbled under the glove of Cole Ottersberg. We'll await the scoring decision. It's a big one. It might break up the no-hitter. We'll wait for that to come through on Game Changer. It really could go either way. On the scoreboard, it's going down as an error on Ottersberg, and that is how it will go down in Game Changer. So the no-hitter for now is intact for Ottersberg as Ackerman reaches on the error by Cole Ottersberg at short. Fastball, that one brushed Lane Syme off the plate. Syme had to turn his head away from that pitch. The count's 1-0. The first base runner of the ballgame since the first, so Escobar returns to the stretch. That pitch called a strike. On the knees or perhaps a little bit below the knees of Syme, and the count evens up 1-1. Syme popped up to shortstop back in the 2nd inning. The 1-1 breaking ball is fouled off 1-2. A big scoring decision from our baseball operations intern Nick St. Peter, as the decision to rule that an error on Ottersberg keeps the no-hitter intact for Escobar. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Escobar's 2nd strikeout of the game as Lane Syme returns to the dugout. 1 out with a runner on first for Chase Scott. Well, it's not an official no-hit bid until Escobar can get through 5 hitless innings. He is through 4 1/3 right now with a runner on first. His pitch to Scott is hit hard but fouled down the left side. Chase Scott out ahead of the fastball. Had barreled it up nicely. The count's 0-1. Scott popped up to second base in his first step out of the ball game. 0-1 breaking ball, tapped foul, 0-2. Buck Snaps calling for a curveball in the dirt from Escobar. He went with the off-speed pitch there. He had Chase Scott well out ahead of it, but it was definitely over the middle of the plate. Let's see if he buries the curve like Snaps predicts. 0-2. Yes, he did. A swing and a miss from Chase Scott. Back-to-back strikeouts for Angel Escobar here in the top of the 5th. Buck Snaps predicting just about every pitch that Escobar is throwing in this ball game. 2 outs now, a runner on first as Cook digs in. Cook takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Daniel Cook is 0 for 1 at the plate. His error last inning let Jackson Mix reach. Mix would come around to score as that pitch just misses below the zone, 1-1. Another costly error for Daniel Cook, who is looking to make up for it at the plate. Escobar's 1-1. Breaking ball hit on the ground toward third. Mix fields, goes to second for the out. Angel Escobar is through 5 hitless innings, and the Zap lead is 5-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests.
Cole Kraber on the mound here in the bottom of the 5th inning, third, as Mason Lang digs in. Angel Escobar threw 5 hitless innings for the Oahe Zap. Officially a no-hit bid alert here at Hyde Stadium. Mason Lang 1 for 2 at the plate. He drove in a run in the 3rd inning for his 10th RBI of the season. Kraber working out of the stretch despite the fact there's no one on base. His first pitch is hit on the ground towards second, fielded on a big... Well, normally we do Oahe Zap trivia after the top of the 5th, but we will be doing it after the bottom of the 5th today for no reason other than the fact that I forgot. As Ottersberg steps in, Kraber's first pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1. Ottersberg 0 for 2 today, flew out to right field both times. Kraber's retired the first 2 Zap batters that he has faced. Two outs now in the bottom of the 5th inning as Trey Martin steps in. Martin 0 for 1 today with a walk. Kraber's pitch, that one down in the dirt, 1-0. Trey Martin has gotten ahead at the plate in each and every count this ball game. He walked in the 2nd. On his at-bat in the 3rd, he was in a 2-0 count before he grounded out to short. Now in a 2-0 count here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and he takes for a strike on the knees, 2-1. A wise take from Trey Martin, especially in a 2-0 count there. That is a pitcher's pitch, right on the knees. A difficult pitch to really do any. The Zap lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, looking for their 8th straight victory. No one on base, 2-2, 2 outs. Pitch called for strike 3. Trey Martin goes down looking. Cole Kraber works a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 5th. And the Zap lead remains 5-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual.
Angel Escobar and the Oahe Zap take a 5-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning. Escobar working on a no-hit bid as he is now through 5. He's going to face 9-1-2 in the Sasquatch order. So after Micah Wallette, Escobar will face the Sasquatch lineup for the 3rd time this ball game. He lay there 1-0. Escobar's 1-0 pitch, Wallette takes a little bit below the knees. That one looked pretty good from Escobar. The count's 2-0. Escobar quickly falling behind 3-0 in the count on Micah Wallette, the first hitter at the top of the 6th inning. Wallette and the Sasquatch have their first leadoff man aboard in the ball game. That'll send it back to the top of the lineup for Ryan Bachman. Bachman, a couple of weak fly balls, one to first, one to second. He takes for a strike, 0-1. Escobar coming with a little bit of heat there, perhaps a little bit more juice on that pitch after the 4-pitch walk to Wallette. Roll over on the breaking ball. Perfectly turned double play from Ottersberg at short to Hoffman at second, firing to Vince Polizzi at first. And from a runner on first with no one out, now the base is empty with 2 men out here in the top of the 6th inning. And you know what else that does? That helps out Angel Escobar's pitch count and keeps it relatively low here in the top of the 6th. Escobar misses upstairs on Matthew Gonzalez. 1-0. Gonzalez a ground out to first and a strikeout in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 on the ball game. That one hits sky high, foul territory. Lang from behind the plate settles under it, and he can't make the play. Tyler Hoffman was already heading back toward the Zap dugout, thought that was going to be out number 3. The count evens up at 1-1. Well, Escobar has now thrown 70 pitches in this ball game. The count 1-1 on Gonzalez, who has a second chance at life after Lang was unable to make the play behind the plate. 1-1 breaking ball popped up once again, foul territory. Lang and Polizzi racing over, but neither player can get there. The count goes 1-2. Angel Escobar looks confident on the mound for the Oahe Zap. He's given up 3 base runners today, a walk in the first, a leadoff walk this inning in the 6th before getting the double play, and an error to begin the 5th inning by Cole Ottersberg at short. Escobar's 1-2 pitch is fouled off by Matthew Gonzalez. The count remains 1-2. Gonzalez hitting just .234 coming into this ball game, yet he is hitting in the 2 spot for the Sasquatch. Was talking with Trey Martin before the game about why Gonzalez might be hitting second, and he said it is likely because Gonzalez is a contact hitter, just 5 strikeouts this year, sends that one in the air center field. Curiel comes in to make the play, had a little bit of a late jump on it, but Curiel recovers to keep the no-hit bid intact for Angel Escobar, who is now through 6 hitless innings. Zap lead 5-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a
Viewership's back
year,
up. I'm
you'll
not
be
sure if
ready
that
for the
means it's
professional
running well.
workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout.
Emiliano Curiel will lead things off for the Zap in the bottom half of the sixth inning. The Zap looking to add on some insurance to what is already a 5-run lead over the Sasquatch. Angel Escobar is through 6 hitless innings. Curiel, first pitch swinging, chops it foul. That one might have got off his ankle guard. Emiliano Curiel 0 for 2 today, a ground ball to second and a ground ball to short. Now 0 for his last 5 at the plate. 0-1 from Krieber is fouled off 0-2. Krieber, this is his 11th game this season on the mound as Curiel swings through that one. A punch out for Cole Krieber as he retires Emiliano Curiel for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Krieber in his first 10 appearances this summer went 15 innings, posting an 0-1 record. He's given up 22 hits, 19 runs, 18 of those earned. He's had a problem with his command, 21 walks against 17 strikeouts. Good for an ERA of 10.8. Jackson Mix digs in now with one man out. Mix takes the first pitch low and away, 1-0. Mix reached back in the 4th inning on an error by the third baseman Daniel Cook. He would come around to score on a base hit from Tyler Hoffman. Takes the 1-0 outside, 2-0. Krieber's 2-0 offering is fouled away sharply toward the Sasquatch dugout. Jackson Mix keeping the opposing team on their toes as they scurried away from the dugout rail. Counts now 2-1. Julius Cass has begun warming up in the Zap bullpen. As the 2-1 fastball called for a strike on the outside corner, 2-2, you would have to think that Angel Escobar is going back out in the top of the 7th inning as he carries a no-hit bid through 6. Krieber's 2-2, upstairs 3-2. Escobar has thrown 73 pitches through 6 innings, so he is still under his limit. The 3-2, breaking ball misses outside. Jackson Mix works a walk out of the full count. 1 out base runner for the Zap as Noah Wiggins steps in. Wiggins 1 for 3 at the plate tonight, a single in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 4th, ground ball back in the 1st. This is the longest no-hit bid we've seen on either side for the Oahe Zap this season. Escobar threw 6 hitless. And Julius Cass continues to warm, almost getting nervous up here in the press box that Escobar's going to be pulled from the game. The pickoff move, Mix barely gets back in safely. A quick move from Cole Krieber, who's unsuccessful there. Well, Krieber's first inning came in the bottom of the 5th. He worked a 1-2-3 inning, capped off by a strikeout to Trey Martin. Wiggins takes the first pitch on the outer edge for strike one. Noah Wiggins now with a 5-game hit streak after his single in the third. And Krieber checks in on Mix once again. Jackson Mix only about a step, maybe a step and a half off of first. Not a big lead at all, but already 2 pickoff moves from Cole Krieber. Now he comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Check swing from Noah Wiggins, who did not go around, so the count will go to 1-1. Wiggins has a great eye at the plate, 24 walks this season, compared to just 13 strikeouts. Takes that pitch low and away, 2-1. Wiggins carried a batting average of .302 into this ballgame, which is likely now sitting at about .303 after he is 1 for 3 on the day. 2-1 pitch is hit well out towards center field, drifting back is Wallette toward the warning track, and he makes the catch a couple of steps in front of the track out in dead center field for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 88, that bad boy, Tyler Hoffman. I did that, I think, last week, 2 weeks ago.
Tyler Hoffman now stepping in. He's put together a nice evening, 2 for 3 at the plate with an RBI. Drove in a run back in the fourth. It was his 11th ribby of the summer. Krieber's first pitch misses low, 1-0. Jackson Mix has shown no intent to steal off of first, despite a couple of pickoff moves from Krieber, who misses in the dirt with that one. The count runs to 2-0 on Tyler Hoffman. The 2-0 pitch. Hoffman chops that one on the ground towards short. Gonzalez tags out Jackson Mix, sliding into second. He came over to the right side of the infield to make the play for the final out. We'll see if Angel Escobar comes back out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Zap no-hitting the Sasquatch through 6. It's a 5-0 ball game. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Up today.
You better be coming back at me. No way.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program.
Julius Cass has been pulled, or Julius Cass enters the ballgame. Angel Escobar has been pulled after 6 no-hit innings. It took Escobar 73 pitches to get through 6 hitless. He was on an 85 pitch count limit. You thought he was going to come out for at least the 7th, but Julius Cass instead heads to the mound in a 5-run ballgame. Julius Cass this season in 15 appearances has gone 16 innings, posting an 11.81 ERA, 32 walks against 17 strikeouts for the righty that will be transferring to Manhattanville College. Escobar was cruising out there on the mound, and you know Haberger wants to protect his arm, but 73 pitches through 6 innings. You thought Escobar might have had at least 1, if not 2 more in him. So the Zap will try and go for the combined no-hitter against the Sasquatch. Julius Cass is tasked Most importantly, with keeping a 5-run lead for the Zap, but secondarily trying to keep a no-hitter intact. Cass faces the heart of the Sasquatch order. It's the 3, 4, 5 hitters as Patrick Rakes digs in and takes down in the dirt 1-0. Rakes 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Cass's 1-0 offering is hit on the ground toward first. Polizzi fields, he's going to take it himself, and he beats Patrick Rakes to the bags, spinning away from Rakes to avoid contact for the first out of the 7th inning. Cass keeps it hitless for now as Marcial digs in. Marcial 0 for 2 this ball game. Popped up to Mason Lang behind the plate, and a line drive out toward left field in which Noah Wiggins made a diving catch. I think that's the most important play in this ball game in terms of keeping it a no-hit game, as Cass drops in the curveball for strike 1 on Marcial. The 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air, shallow right field, going to be a tough play for Ottersburg, and that ball's going to drop in front of Trey Martin. The no-hit bid is over here in the top of the 7th inning. A tough way to end it. It was weak contact off the bat of Javier Marcial. He was jammed on the pitch, but it lands between Ottersburg, who is coming back into shallow right field from second base, and Martin, who is converging on the baseball. The first base hit of the ball game for the Sasquatch comes with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Julius Cass finds the strike zone with that one. Counts 0-1 on Nolan Ackerman. Ackerman 0 for 2 on the day. He reached in the 5th on an error by Cole Ottersburg. Cass comes home with the 0-1 pitch, drops a curveball in for strike 2. Julius Cass has looked pretty sharp on the mound over his past couple appearances. He did struggle early on this season with the strike zone. Cass out of the stretch, the 0-2 pitch, spiked that one in the dirt, 1-2. Runner on first, 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses high, 2-2 the count on Ackerman. Marcial, the runner on first. He has 1 stolen base this summer. He likely won't be running in a 5-run ball game. Cass, 2-2 pitch, misses high once again, and the count runs full on Ackerman. Julius Cass has been scoreless in his past 4 appearances on the mound for the Zap. Over that time, he has thrown 4 innings. 3-2 pitch, popped up, right side, going to be a tough play. Hoffman running over from second base, won't make it to the baseball. It drops in foul territory. The count will remain full on Nolan Ackerman. In Julius Cass's last 4 scoreless innings, he has given up 2 hits, 3 walks, and he has struck out 6. A second half resurgence for Julius Cass. The count's full on Nolan Ackerman. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner goes, and that pitch was about 30 feet in front of home plate. Julius Cass lost control of that pitch. The first walk of the ball game, he has surrendered. Runners on first and second with 1 man out. Lane Syme will be the hitter. Perhaps the most important inning of the ball game for the Sasquatch. The second time they've gotten a runner into scoring position, actually. First and second with 1 man out. Cass looks back the runner on second. It's Marcial. Now comes home with the pitch right on the knees of Syme as the count goes to 0-1. Jake Hutter begins warming up in the Zap bullpen. He came into the ball game to record the last out, picked up a 1-out save. Runners go on the pitch, ground ball to third. Mix steps on third, fires to first. Polizzi can't pick it. The runners were going on the pitch. A sharp ground ball to Jackson Mix, who fielded it. He was already on third base to get the force out. Tried to fire to first for the second out. The throw just short of Vince Polizzi, who was unable to dig it out of the infield dirt. Well, 2 outs now with runners on first and second for Chase Scott. Cass's first pitch, a check swing from Scott. Did he go around? They'll check to the field umpire. Corey Baker says he did not go around. The count is 1-0. It looked like he went around from this vantage point. 1-0 pitch from Cass, down in the dirt, 2-0. Chase Scott 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout in the fifth. Cass trying to get through his fifth straight scoreless inning of work. 2-0 pitch, inside 3-0. Lane Simon first, Ackerman on second as Cass misses up and in and gives up the second walk of the inning to Chase Scott. The bases now loaded for the Sasquatch with 2 men out. Hutter continues to warm up in the Zap bullpen. Julius Cass is going to face Daniel Cook. Cook a couple of ground balls to third. He's 0 for 2 today. 1 hit, 2 walks, a fielder's choice this inning have loaded the bases for the Sasquatch in the top of the 7th. Zap lead 5-0. Cass's pitch misses in the dirt and stopped by Mason Lang, which keeps the runners put on the base paths. If Cass loses the battle to Daniel Cook, Haberger might be forced to grab Hutter from the pen. Cass's 1-0 pitch popped up. Should be playable behind the plate for Lang. Lang settles under it, and he dropped the ball. Mason Lang overran the baseball and couldn't glove it as he tried to go back at the last second. The count evens up 1-1. That would have gotten Julius Cass out of a bases-loaded jam with 2 men out. Instead, the count goes to 1-1. And Cass will continue to labor here against Daniel Cook. His 1-1 offering upstairs and over the head of Lang, but it goes quickly back to Mason Lang, which forces the runners to retreat. The Hyde Stadium backstop paying dividends for the Oahe Zap as that baseball shot right back toward Mason Lang off of the brick wall, which only covers a very low portion of the backstop before it turns to netting. The count is 2-1 on Daniel Cook. Pitch. Hit well right field. That ball's going to go foul as the count runs to 2-2. A lucky break for the Oahe Zap keeps it a 5-0 ball game. 2-2 the count with 2 men out. Chase Scott on first. Lane Simon second. Nolan Ackerman the runner on third. Julius Cass 1 pitch away from getting out of a bases-loaded jam. Can he do it?
Come on, guys. Come on.
The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat of Daniel Cook and off his foot. Cass got Cook out ahead of the breaking ball, but Daniel Cook gets a very small piece of the bat on the baseball to stay alive. The 2-2. Daniel Cook manages to hold up on that one. They'll check, and the infield umpire says he did not go around. The count is full with 2 men out and the bases loaded. The Sasquatch will start the merry-go-round on this pitch. The runners will be going. 3-2, 2 outs. Zap lead 5-0. The payoff pitch from Cass upstairs, and the third walk of the inning to Daniel Cook. That brings home the first run of the ball game for the Sasquatch, and that will bring out Haberger. Julius Cass was oh so close to escaping the jam. He had an opportunity on the pop-up into foul territory, but Mason Lang was unable to make the play, and that's going to do it for Julius Cass. Cass leaves the bases loaded with 2 men out in the top of the 7th inning. After giving up 3 walks and a hit, Jake Hutter will come on in relief into a 5-1 ball game. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Give us a shout today.
No, I'm not mad about
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid.
Now pitching for Oahe Zap, number 11, Jake Hutter.
Well, still in the top of the 7th here as Jake Hutter enters the game for Julius Cass. Zap lead is now 5-1. Hutter enters the situation in a bases-loaded jam with 2 men out. Hutter came into last night's ball game with 1 out to go in a 12-11 game with a runner on third and got Seth Nelson to pop up to end the ball game. Hutter this season in 18 appearances, 36 2/3 innings, a 4.17 ERA, 29 strikeouts against 9 walks. He has picked up 2 saves on the summer, including the 1-out save from last night. 5-1 game, runners on first and second. Micah Wallette digs in. Bases loaded as the count now 1-0. Wallette, a walk and a fly out to center field, 0 for 1 on the day. Hutter comes into a crucial situation for the Zap. Can the Southpaw get the Zap out of trouble? 1-0 pitch, hit on the ground towards second, takes a hop over the head of Tyler Hoffman. An unlucky break for the Oahe Zap will score 2 runs for the Sasquatch. It looked like a routine ground ball, but it took a massive hop over the head of Tyler Hoffman. There's not much that he can do about that as he barely got the end of his glove on the ball. It's now a 5-3 ball game. It'll go down as a base hit for Micah Wallette. He'll pick up 2 RBIs. That brings up Ryan Bachman. Bachman, the 8th batter of the inning for the Sasquatch. A wild hop off the Hyde Stadium infield allows 2 runs to come home to score for the Sasquatch. Unfortunately, those 2 runs will go against Julius Cass's ERA as Cass left the bases loaded. The runner on second is still the responsibility of Cass. Micah Wallette is now the responsibility of Jake Hutter. Zap lead 5-3, ground ball to short, fielded by Ottersberg. Ottersberg fires to first in time, a strong throw from deep in the shortstop hole as Jake Hutter gets out of the 7th inning, but not before the Zap give up 3 runs on a couple of hits and 3 walks. It's a 5-3 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU.
Elijah Bobo comes into the ballgame for the Sasquatch in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Sasquatch with a 3 spot in the top of the 7th to cut the deficit to just 2 runs. Angel Escobar was pulled from the ballgame after 6 no-hit innings, despite the fact he threw just 73 pitches. Julius Cass came into the game, gave up a hit and 3 walks. He exited with 1 run already in. An unlucky break for the Oahe Zap as a ground ball off the bat of Micah Wallette took a massive hop over Tyler Hoffman at second, letting 2 runs come around to score. Take a look at Bobo's stats this season. In 13 appearances, he's gone 17 1/3 innings, posting an 0-1 record. In that time, he's given up 13 hits, 9 runs, just 6 of those earned as Gledhill digs in and takes down in the dirt 1-0. 23 strikeouts compared to just 11 walks. Bobo, a 3.1 ERA for the righty. The 1-0 to Gledhill, a big swing and a miss there. The count evens up 1-1. Gledhill's 1 for 2 on the day. He ripped a double back in the 4th inning and hits that one off the end of the bat. But backtracking from second base is Ryan Bachman to make the play for the first out of the inning. It looked like that baseball might have been heading for the shallow right center field, but Bachman alertly heads back to make the play, brings up Vince Polizzi. Polizzi 2 for 3 on the day. He's driven in 3 runs, a bases clearing double back in the 3rd, takes the first pitch upstairs 1-0. Jake Hutter recorded the final out at the bottom or of the top of the 7th inning. You wonder if it'll be Hutter's responsibility to get the last 6 outs of the ball game. 1-1 the count on Vince Polizzi. Takes that one. The count runs to 2-1. Well, Polizzi with his double in the 3rd now has 16 extra base hits on the season, 6 of which have been home runs, 10 of which have been doubles. A big swing and a miss there, and the count goes to 2-2. Bobo takes a step back with no runners on base. Now comes home with the pitch. Check swing from Polizzi. Field umpire Corey Baker says he did not go around. The count runs full. It's not a full windup for Elijah Bobo, just a quick step back before coming home to the plate. Now the 3-2. That one misses, and Vince Polizzi works a walk. A runner on first for Mason Lang. The Zap lead is only 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Mason Lang 1 for 3 with an RBI this ball game. First pitch from Bobo misses outside 1-0. Well, the shadows have now come into play between the mound and home plate, as they seem to do every night, just around 8 p.m. Bobo's 1-0 offering, hit well, right side, that gets by Ryan Bachman. A base hit for Mason Lang. Vince Polizzi had made a turn toward 3rd, heads back towards 2nd. A strong throw coming from right field. Mason Lang was all over that baseball. Not much reaction time there for Ryan Bachman at 2nd. The Zap in business once again here in the bottom of the 7th inning with runners on 1st and 2nd for Cole Ottersberg. Ottersberg hitless today. He's 0 for 3. Bobo's pitch, fastball, misses off the inside corner, 1-0. Ottersburg was 5 for 10, his last 10 coming into the ball game, but he is 0 for 3 tonight. 1-0, misses down and away, 2-0. Ottersburg has recorded base hits in each of his last 4 ball games. It would become a 5-game hit streak if he manages to get one tonight. And a big spot here for Ottersburg. First and second, 1 man out. The pitch. Ottersburg takes. Not really sure where it missed, but the count runs to 3-0. Ottersburg has looked good at shortstop tonight, other than the one blunder, which came back in the 5th inning. He took his head off a ground ball, but other than that, it's been a flawless night. The 3-0 fastball right down the middle counts 3-1. Bobo's 3-1 is fouled off 3-2. The Zap, 5 runs on 7 hits this ballgame and 1 error. The Sasquatch, 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Bobo's 3-2. A wave and a miss from Ottersburg. He goes down on strikes. Ottersburg chases the fastball off the outside corner. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runners on first and second for Trey Martin. Martin 0 for 2 today, a strikeout looking back in the 5th. He got on base in the 2nd with a walk. Martin takes upstairs 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses upstairs 2-0. The Zap have won each of the last 3 ball games by just 1 run. 12-11 yesterday, 6-5 on Monday, and on last Friday, it was a 10-9 victory as the count runs 3-0 on Trey Martin. All part of what is now a 7-game winning streak. 3-0 the count, 2 men out. Runners on first and second. Bobo's pitch. Upstairs, a 4-pitch walk to Trey Martin, and that loads the bases with 2 men out. The second walk of the ball game that Bobo has surrendered. Curiel steps in with the bases loaded and 2 men out. Polizzi on third, Lang on second, Martin on first. Bobo's pitch. Misses low, the 5th straight ball from Elijah Bobo, 1-0. Curiel has driven in 23 runs coming into this ball game. Can he add on a few more here? Curiel takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Now the 1-1 from Bobo. Curiel takes the breaking ball on the inner third and falls behind 1-2 in the count. That might be the buffer zone there from home plate umpire Sean Johnston. 1-2, misses low and away, 2-2. Two outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Zap lead by 2. Bases loaded. Pitch. Curiel takes low and away. The count runs full. Polizzi will be running from third. Lang will be running from second. Martin will be running from first. A walk would score a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Curiel's got to be careful, though. You don't want to take strike 3. Bobo's pitch. Curiel stays alive as he fouls it off. The 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Emiliano Curiel. The Zap have not scored a run since the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 in the 4th, 4 in the 3rd. The 3-2. Curiel check swing. Did he go around? The home plate umpire says he did. And Elijah Bobo gets out of a bases loaded jam and keeps the Sasquatch deficit to just 2 runs. Zap lead 5-3 as we go to the 8th. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Use Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers.
Jake Hutter returns to the mounds for the Oahe Zap in the top of the 8th inning. Caden Shivers has begun to stretch in the Zap bullpen down in right field. Will he come into the ballgame if it goes a 2-run game into the 9th? Shivers shut down the Sasquatch on Monday in a 1-run game, clinching a 6-5 victory for the Zap. Hutter faces 2, 3, and 4 this inning. Missed well outside with that one. Counts 1-0. Matthew Gonzalez 0 for 3 at the plate with the strikeout today. The 1-0 pitch in off the hands of Gonzalez, fouled off, 1-1. 8 hitters making an at-bat in the top of the 7th inning for the Sasquatch. Gonzalez, the lone Sasquatch hitter in the order to not get to the plate. 1-1 outside, 2-1. Gonzalez gets on base at a clip of 378 and takes low and away. Hutter falls behind in the count, 3-1. The Sasquatch looking for a base runner here in the top of the 8th inning. Hutter with the 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses high. A leadoff walk for Matthew Gonzalez. That is the 4th walk that Zap pitching has surrendered over the course of the past 2 innings. Patrick Rakes will step in. Rakes 0 for 2 today with the walk. He is 0 for his last 7 at the plate. Hits that one softly toward third, but that gets the better of Jackson Mix and drifts under his glove into left field. It'll go down as a base hit. Mix was trying to play the hop off the infield dirt. He might have pulled his glove up just a little bit too early. Runners on first and second, no one out for the Sasquatch. They trail by 2. Javier Marcial's 1 for 3 today. Marcial broke up the no-hit bid in the 7th inning with a weak single to right field. Marcial squaring to bunt and misses at that one. The count's 0-1. If Marcial can execute a sacrifice bunt, the game's tying run would be at second base. And the Sasquatch would have a runner 90 feet away with one man out. Marcial swinging away on that one. A deep drive, left field, hooking. Is it foul? It is foul. Just about a foot foul of the foul pole out in left field. It would have had the distance. Javier Marcial almost gave the Sasquatch a 1-run lead. A deep drive to left. It started in fair territory, but it hooked about a foot foul right over the 324 sign in left field. A long and loud foul ball off the bat of Javier Marcial. The count is now 0-2 with runners on first and second. Hutter's pitch misses outside 1-2. I think everyone here at Hyde Stadium was holding their breath for about, 10 seconds on that one, as the 1-2 misses well high, 2-2. And that baseball went directly over, or not directly over, but it was higher than the foul pole out in left field, so you held your breath as the home plate umpire was set to determine where it crossed. Johnston calls it foul, 2-2 pitch. Just outside, and the count runs full. Got a perfect line down the third base foul line. It did look like it went foul as Marcial swings through the 3-2 pitch. A huge strikeout for Jake Hutter, who gets the first out in the top of the 8th inning. But not after some stress, as Marcial just inches away from giving the Sasquatch a lead. Nolan Ackerman is 0 for 2 today with the walk. Runners on first and second, one man out. Will Ackerman try and lay down a bunt like Marcial did? No, he does not. He takes the breaking ball on the outside corner, 0-1. Hutter checks back the runner, now comes home with the pitch. Fastball misses off the inside corner. A very close pitch there from Jake Hutter. The count is 1-1 with one man out. Patrick rakes the runner on first. Matthew Gonzalez the runner on second. Pitch. Hit well through the left side, a base hit. Gonzalez is going to be held up at third as Wiggins with a terrific throw home to Mason Lang. It would have gunned down Matthew Gonzalez had he been running. The bases are loaded with one out here in the top of the 8th. A hard hit ground ball, nothing that Mixer Ottersberg could do about that one. Wiggins fielding quickly out in left field, preventing a run from coming home to score. Bases loaded, one out. Zap lead by 2. Lane Syme digs in. Syme 0 for 3 at the plate today. Hutter, the southpaw, facing Syme, the big righty. Hutter's first pitch. Syme all over it, but too quick with the hands. And he fouls it off, 0-1. The wind's gusting out toward right field. Hutter's 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Jake Hutter quickly gets ahead of Lane Syme, 0-2. So crucial for Hutter to get ahead of the batter, especially with the bases loaded. You don't want to have to get into a 2-ball, even 3-ball count where you're just one pitch away from walking in a run. Hutter attacking Lane Syme here. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Jake Hutter strikes out Lane Syme, who chases at the curveball in the dirt. Second strikeout of the inning for Jake Hutter. Can Hutter escape a bases-loaded jam? He'll have to get through Chase Scott. Scott 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a walk. Hutter walked the leadoff man, Matthew Gonzalez, gave up a single to Patrick Rakes. He came back to strike out Javier Marcial before Ackerman singled through the left side. And then a strikeout on Lane Syme makes 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Hutter continues to pound the strike zone there and gets ahead in the count 0-1 on Chase Scott. Hutter opens the count with a fastball. He went with a couple of curveballs to get Lane Syme to go down swinging. Does he go back to the breaking ball here against Scott? His pitch back to the heater. A perfect pitch from Jake Hutter. Fastball right on the knees of Chase Scott makes the count 0-2. Hutter, 1 pitch away. Scott has taken 2 fastballs. What will Hutter go with here? Goes to the breaking ball and he gets a chase. Mason Lang steps on home plate for the 3rd out of the inning. Jake Hutter is fired up on the mound after he escapes a bases loaded jam in the top of the 8th inning. Hutter strikes out 3 and the Zap lead remains 5-3 as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
No lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Jackson checks, Mix is up. We go, Mix.
It's the bottom of the 8th inning. Jake Hutter escaped a bases-loaded jam with 1 man out. He struck out 3 hitters in the top of the 8th inning and retains a 5-3 Zap lead. Caden Shivers continues to warm up in the Zap pen. He will likely come in and try and record the save in the top of the 9th inning. Bobo's pitch to Mix, called for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Jackson Mix, he's 0 for 2 today with a walk. He reached on an error, though, so he has reached in 2 of his 3 plate appearances as the count evens up 1-1. Bobo's 1-1. Outside 2-1. Jake Hutter tends to show a lot of emotion on the mound, and he was charged up after he got Chase Scott to chase a pitch out of the zone to end the top of the 8th. Counts down 2-2 on Jackson Mix. Bobo staring in for a sign as Mix enters the batter's box. The 2-2 pitch outside and the count runs full on Jackson Mix. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses down in the dirt. A leadoff walk for Jackson Mix. Well, Mix's teammate at Southern Wesleyan, Noah Wiggins, will step in with a runner on first and no one out. The Zap trying to give some insurance runs to Caden Shivers, who will be coming into the ball game As it stands, a 2-run game, it would be a save opportunity for Shivers. Wiggins is 1 for 4 on the ball game. Now has a 5-game hitting streak. Wiggins waves at the breaking ball. Counts 0-1. Tyler Hoffman on deck, Aaron Gledhill in the hole. No substitutions have been made in the lineup tonight for the Zap. Wiggins takes in 1-1. At the very minimum, Noah Wiggins has to try and advance the runner-Jackson mix. The 1-1 pitch is called for a strike on the inside corner. A nice breaking ball there from Elijah Bobo. The count moves to 1-2. Bobo's 1-2. Fastball down in the dirt, 2-2. The Zap are 4-4 against the Sasquatch this season. They've taken the ball games yesterday and on Monday. 2-2 pitch hit well left side on the ground, playable to second for 1, on to first. Not in time. Noah Wiggins beats out the throw to prevent a double play. Matthew Gonzalez quickly flipped to second for the first out, but the throw from Ryan Bachman not strong enough to get Noah Wiggins, who was running down the line well. It'll go down as a fielder's choice for Wiggins. Tyler Hoffman, the batter. Hoffman 2 for 4 today. Hoffman swings through that one, 0-1. Noah Wiggins 6 for 10 on his stolen base attempts this season. Elijah Bobo looks confident on the mound for the Sasquatch. Wiggins a large lead off first. The 0-1 fastball misses in, 1-1. One pitch. Well, a really nice slider there from Elijah Bobo locks up Tyler Hoffman. The count moves to 1-2. Hoffman chases that one out of the zone. It gets by Ackerman. Wiggins will head down to second. Hoffman can't go to first as first base was occupied on the pitch by Noah Wiggins. So a runner on second with 2 outs for the Zap. Garen Gledhill looking for his second base hit of the ball game, a double back in the 4th. The wind is helping out in right field, and Gledhill, a big lefty with a lot of power, takes down and in 1-0. Bobo's 1-0 pitch. Big swing there from Garen Gledhill. The count's 1-1. Polizzi on deck. Wiggins on second. Pitch. Gledhill hits it sky high. Center field. Wallette under it. Now jogs in. Makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Caden Shivers has a 2-run lead as we go into the top of the 9th inning. The Zap in search of their 8th straight victory. Can Shivers hold on? You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today.
We entered the top of the 9th inning. The Zap lead 5-3. Caden Shivers on to try and record the save. Shivers in 3 appearances has gone 4 innings, a 1-0 record. He's given up just 2 hits. He's struck out 6 and given 1 walk up. Shivers recorded the save in a 1-run ball game on Monday. In that ball game, Kyle Finn had a base hit, and he ended up reaching third on a wild pitch with just 1 out, but Shivers came back with a strikeout and a pop-up to end the ball game, gave the Zap a 6-5 win. Can Shivers record the second out, or the second save of the series? He's going to face Daniel Cook, Micah Wallett, and Ryan Bachman, 8, 9, and 1 in the Sasquatch order. Kyle Finn has a bat outside of the Sasquatch dugout as he will likely pinch hit this inning. Finn got the day off as Chase Scott made the start in this ball game for the Sasquatch. Here comes Daniel Cook. Cook worked a walk in the 7th with the bases loaded. He picked up his 20th RBI of the season. Shivers brushing off the mound. Now takes the rubber. Jackson Mix playing pretty far in at third, perhaps trying to defend from a bunt. Shivers' first pitch fastball right down Main Street for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Back to the fastball, once again down Main Street, and the count is 0-2 on Daniel Cook. Cook a couple of ground balls to third base earlier in this ball game, the RBI walk in the 7th. Shivers' 0-2 pitch. Went to the breaking ball there, tried to get a chase, but Daniel Cook held up. The count is 1-2. Shivers, 1-2 fastball off the hands of Cook and gets through the right side of the infield. A leadoff single for Daniel Cook and the Spearfish Sasquatch. Caden Shivers doesn't have to worry about that runner on first. He means nothing in a 2-run ball game. Micah Wallett comes to the plate as the game's tying run. It hasn't been easy to shut down the Sasquatch as Wallett takes a pitch outside 1-0. In each of the first 2 ball games, the Zap have won by just 1 run and have stranded a runner on third in the 9th. The count is 1-0 on Micah Wallett. Wallett drove in 2 runs on a single back in the 7th, takes upstairs 2-0. Caden Shivers, after getting out ahead in the count on Daniel Cook, has fallen behind in the count on Micah Wallett. Wallett 1 for 2 today. The pitch from Shivers hit on the ground toward third, gets through and gets by Jackson Mix. Jackson Mix took a hop perhaps away from the baseball. He probably could have gotten his body in front of the baseball, instead tried to pick it on the forehand side. And we'll wait to see the scoring on that one on the scoreboard in center field. It's going down as an error on Mix at third. Runners on first and second, no one out. 2-run ball game. Top of the order for Ryan Bachman. Bachman takes up and in 1-0. Bachman struggling at the plate today. He's 0 for 4. Has a 22-game hitting streak on the line. The 1-0 breaking ball. Oh, not sure where that one missed. The count is 2-0. It looked like it found the outside portion of the plate, but called for a ball by home plate umpire Sean Johnston. It's now 2-0. Shivers looking back. The runner at second now comes home. Breaking ball misses a little outside once again. The count is 3-0. Shivers struggling early on here in the 9th inning. The ground ball to Jackson Mix could have been 2 if Mix had fielded it cleanly and gone to second. 3-0 pitch, called for a strike, 3-1 the count on Ryan Bachman. Three one pitch. Hit on the ground toward third. Mix fields, fires to second, but it pulls Hoffman off the bag. He fires to first, not in time. Everyone is safe. Another error by Jackson Mix loads the bases here in the top of the 9th inning. The Zap might have had a chance to turn 2. Mix saw the runner coming from second to third. That might have thrown off his timing. The bases loaded with no one out. The Zap clinging to a 2-run lead. Matthew Gonzalez steps to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 3 today with a walk. Palizzi, a step on the infield's grass at first. Gonzalez swings through the first pitch, 0-1. A couple of errors this inning from Jackson Mix has loaded the bases for the Sasquatch with no one out. Shivers 0-1, goes to the breaking ball outside 1-1. A single and a couple of errors have loaded the bases. Can Shivers escape the jam? 1-1 pitch, misses downstairs, 2-1. The infield stays back. They'll let a run come home to score. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball. Bloop shot toward right field. That ball's going to drop. Ottersberg back from second base. And a very wise decision from Cole Ottersberg to race back from second base as that keeps Micah Wallette at third. 1 run comes home to score. It's now just a 1-run ball game with the bases loaded and no one out. Matthew Gonzalez picks up an RBI single, a jam shot out to right field. But Ottersberg racing back. That keeps Micah Wallette put at third and keeps the Zap in a 1-run lead. It's a 5-4 ball game. Buck, put a run for the base is now loaded with no one out for Patrick Rakes. Rakes 1 for 3 today, a base hit in the 8th. Rakes takes the first pitch a little bit outside from Shivers, 1-0. The infield now comes in. They'll try and cut off the game's tying run at home. The 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss there from Patrick Rakes. The count evens up at 1-1. Caden Shivers in the midst of a jam here in the top of the 9th. 1 run in, bases loaded, no outs. That pitch misses outside, 2-1. The pitch. That one over the head of Lang and comes quickly back to Lang. That is the second time this ball game that a wild pitch with a runner on third has very quickly ejected off the backstop and has come right back to Mason Lang. A lucky break for the Zap. Can Caden Shivers take advantage? The count is now 3-1. The pitch fouled off 3-2. It's Wallette on third, Ryan Bachman on second, Matthew Gonzalez on first. 3-2 the count on Patrick Rakes. Bases loaded, no outs, 1-run ball game. Pitch hit on the ground. That gets through the middle of the infield, a base hit. 1 run scores, 2 runs will score, and the Sasquatch have taken their first lead of the ball game in the top of the 9th inning.
You guys suck.
Patrick Rakes, a 2-run single, has given the Sasquatch a 6-5 lead. With the infield in, there wasn't much that Ottersberg or Hoffman could do as the ball split the middle infield. Had they been playing back, they would have likely got at least 1 out, and only 1 run would have scored, but you have to bring the infield in that situation. Shivers drops a strike in on Javier Marcial. Still no one out, runners on first and second. The pitch from Shivers, a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 2. Javier Marcial is 1 for 4 this ball game. Caden Shivers getting ahead of Marcial. Can he finish him off? The 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Marcial stays in this at bat. The count is 1-2. The Zap trail by 1. 3 outs to play with in the bottom half of the inning. 1-2 from Shivers. Fastball misses a little outside. Caden Shivers really hasn't gotten any calls around the corners this inning as the count moves to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. And where did that one miss? Caden Shivers has not gotten anything from home plate umpire Sean Johnston in the top of the 9th. Maybe a little bit high, but that one looked like it was definitely in the zone. The count is now full, 3-2. Shivers pitch, ground ball, chopper back up to Shivers. Shivers fields, fires to first for the first out of the inning. The runners advance to second and third, but perhaps a confidence booster for Caden Shivers and the Oahe Zap, as there's now 1 out with runners on second and third. That'll bring up Nolan Ackerman. Ackerman's 1 for 3 on the day with a walk. Will the infields come in as the Zap trail by 1 and try and cut down the run at third? For they stay back. The first pitch from Shivers, hit on the ground towards second, fielded by Hoffman, knocks it down, recovers, goes to first. A run comes home to score. And the Sasquatch now leads 7-5. Nolan Ackerman picks up an RBI on the ground ball to second base. He returns to the dugout and is greeted warmly by the Sasquatch, who have exited the dugout, as the lead is now 7-5. Aiden Torpey warming up in the Sasquatch bullpen. Lane Symes swings through that one as the count moves to 0-1. The Sasquatch have put up 4 in the top of the 9th. They lead 7-5. 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss from Syme, 0-2. Lane Syme is 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts today. If Caden Shivers can retire Syme, a 2-run ball game is definitely not out of hand. The 0-2. Breaking ball hit well left field, right at Wiggins. Chases back. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. What a play from Noah Wiggins. Wiggins turned around, caught the ball, and it looked like he was trying to escape his glove, but Wiggins squeezes it shut for the 3rd out of the inning. The Zap trail by 2 and have 3 outs to play with as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Day by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
We enter the bottom of the 9th inning. The Sasquatch with their first lead of the ballgame. They lead 7-5. Aiden Torpey comes into pitch for the Sasquatch. 4, 5, and 6 this inning for the Zap. Vince Polizzi, Mason Lang, and Cole Ottersberg. You got to think that Leandro Guevara has a helmet in the Zap dugout and that he might pinch hit this inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 9th for you, Oahe Zap, number 23, Vince Polizzi.
The Zap need a base runner as they trail by 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Polizzi 1 for 2, 2 for 3 on the day with a walk.
You can hobble up there like Kurt Gibson does. Yeah. Come on, Vinny.
Aiden Torpey on the mound. He's pitched 22 1/3 innings this season, posting a 1.61 ERA. Polizzi takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Big at bat here for the Zap. They need to get their leadoff man on. Torpey's 0-1. Called for a strike on the knees of Polizzi, 0-2. It's extremely hard for righty hitters to pick up the baseball out of the funky sidearm delivery from Aiden Torpey. Polizzi behind 0-2. The pitch swung on and missed. Vince Polizzi goes down on 3 straight pitches. Torpey with the first out of the inning.
Catcher number 26, Mason Lang.
That'll bring up Mason Lang. Lang 2 for 4, an RBI single in the 3rd. Takes the first pitch a little bit outside, 1-0. Cole Ottersberg stands on deck. Trey Martin would be in line to hit behind him. That could be where Guevara pinch hits. The 1-0. And tapped off the handle of the bat of Lang. Lang races toward first, but not before Torpey throws him out. Lang tried to check his swing as the pitch was inside, but it looked like it might have gone off the knob of the bat. A lucky break for the Sasquatch as Torpey has retired the first 2 hitters he's faced. That brings up Cole Ottersberg. Ottersberg 0 for 4 this ball game. Torpey's pitch, low and away, 1-0. Now the 1-0. Ottersberg takes low, 2-0. Trey Martin is standing on deck, still wondering if Guevara will pinch hit. Haberger looking into the dugout from his position as the first base coach. Torpey comes home with the 2-0. Ottersberg fouls it away, 2-1. Kyle Finn has come into the ballgame for the Sasquatch at first place and has replaced Chase Scott. Torpay's 2-1 pitch. Outside 3-1. The 3-1. Ottersburg fouls it away, and the count runs full. The Zap down to their final strike. 3-2, 2 outs, no one on. Sasquatch leads 7-5 after 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ottersburg swings through it, and the Sasquatch have come from behind. The Zap led by a score of 5-0 after the 4th inning. The Sasquatch erasing a 5-run deficit, winning by a final score of 7-5. They snap a 7-game winning streak for the Oahe Zap. Final score 7-5. Game 3 will be tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. Central, as the Zap look to take this series against the Sasquatch. Well, I'm Evan Epstein. Want to thank you so much for tuning into Oahe Zap Baseball here on a beautiful Thursday evening. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night as the Zap try to take the rubber match. Good night. I don't know if you've been here for the past 7, but we've kind of been doing that.
I know, but there's some cardiac arrest usually.
It happens. This happens. We're still going to do it. I will check with you, but that's it. Yeah, if you guys rock with it, I'll rock with it. I'll come down there and do it. That's done. Dude, the Knicks blew that game. And the second one, it was like we had the yips.
Dude, it's a double play, and we need 1 out to, we're still up 2 outs. Holy shit.